Hello, brilliant folks. I am DiyaPS and this is my first video on YouTube. On this channel, you'll be finding some basic concepts being covered in maths and physics, and sometimes English because I like reading, and sometimes astrophysics because that's my passion. So, this is the first video of many covering some basic concepts of digital sat maths. So let's get started with the first topic of this algebra. So in algebra, there are of course many further subtopics, and today we will be looking at some laws of arithmetic. Okay, so the first law is the commutative law. Well, the commutative law is pretty easy and really easy to understand, and it says that numbers added or multiplied in any order give you the same result. So like if you take any 3 or 4 numbers, any number like 5 plus 1 plus 9, it will always give you 15 even if you add it as 9 plus 5 plus 1. Or if you multiply 5 into 3 into 2, you will always get 30 even if you multiply it by 2 into 3 into 5. That's what the commutative law states. We will be doing some more questions about these after we cover all the laws. There are only 2 more. Okay, so I hope you understood the first law. The second law is the second law is the associative law. Well, the associative law is we can say that it's an extension of the commutative law because in the associative law we just add brackets to the equation. So in this equation of 5 plus 1 plus 9 is equal to 15, if we give brackets, like if we do bracket, okay, wait a second. If we do bracket 5 plus 1 plus 9, it will give you 15. Now if we move these brackets, if we do it like 5 plus 1 bracket 1 plus 9, it will again give you 15. So adding bracket means grouping. So you're grouping 5 and 1. In the second equation, you're grouping 1 and 9. So the grouping does not matter again. That's what this second law states, and it is applicable to even multiplication. But now both of these laws do not apply to subtraction or neither division. We'll see why, but let's move on to the third law, which is the distributive law. Okay, now the distributive law is pretty easy. If you take this equation and okay, now the distributive law contains multiplication and addition. It's like this. Now if you have 5 into 9 plus 1, you can do it 5 into 9 plus 5 into 1. So after opening the brackets, the number 5 gets distributed upon the number 9 and the number 1. So it's like you multiply, because you have a multiplication sign here. If you don't have anything, that means it's a multiplication. So when you open the brackets, the 5 will get multiplied by 9 as well as the 5 will get multiplied by 1. And this may happen even if you have more than two numbers inside. Like if you have 10 into 5 plus 10 plus 1. So you will get 10 into 5 plus, you will get 10 into 10, and again plus, you will get 10 into 1. Now remember, now look at this. We have 9 plus 1 here. That's why we will be doing 5 into 9 plus 5 into 1. And here we have 5 plus 10 plus 1. That's why we will be doing 10 into 5 plus 10 into 10 plus 10 into 1. Now if the equation would have been something like this, something containing a subtraction sign, a minus sign, it will be 15 into 5 minus 10 plus 1. Now the answer here will be 15 into 5 minus 15 into 10 plus 15 into 1. Now the minus here came from here because we had 5 minus 10. So when distributing the 15 over all the numbers inside the bracket, we keep in mind the sign between the two numbers. So 15 into 5 minus 15 into 10, because in the bracket we had 5 minus 10. These were the three laws: the commutative law, the associative law, and the distributive law. Now we move on to some questions.